Hey everybody, I'm Matt Hill. I'm out here with Canyon Creek and AquaCat. We're here in basically Atoka, Oklahoma, a very picturesque part of outdoor Oklahoma, and I'm honored to introduce some amazing technology and my friends to you. So please like and follow everything about them, because they're going to change our industry with their abilities and the technology that we're talking about. Introduce yourself.
Chuck Horton from right here in Coe County, just up the road a little ways. Been in the oil and gas industry for going on 30 years. Anywhere from the land settlement to drilling to building locations to frac jobs, and ultimately this water cleaning machine we think is going to be really great. I've got a little bit of knowledge on the patent side of it. I've got a couple more machines that's patented in the oil field, but we're really excited about this one being the best one.
That's hands down the best one. Introduce yourself.
I'm Matt Cantrell. I've been in the oil and gas industry for about 20 years now. We're really excited to see how the AquaCat is going to change the oil and gas industry, especially with water reclamation.
How long is AquaCat? When did you guys come up with AquaCat?
That's a good Chuck question.
Chuck.
We worked on it initially for about 3 years, getting the actual prototype done. And then we've been on these two units we got now for 2 years. So it's been about a 5-year growth cycle.
That's a very quick response to a huge problem we have. Our industry, as we all know, is quickly, becoming a point of contention in lots of politics, and water is one of our things. Methane and water, that's probably our two biggest hurdles we need to get over. So in my opinion, this is a game changer for our industry. We can essentially get rid of saltwater disposal facilities with what we have behind us.
We can dramatically reduce the use of saltwater disposal facilities.
Or add to them. I mean, this could be a add-on service for saltwater disposal facilities. Like every single saltwater disposal facility in the nation, come partner with AquaCat and think about adding this as, hey, do you want this pumped down whole, or do you want it cleaned up and utilized somewhere else? Give me a 30,000 foot view of what this does.
Well, like you see behind us here, we're hooked up to the wellhead.
Yeah.
The water's coming right out of the wellhead, going into our facility. And the way it's setting right now, we're doing approximately 1,000 barrels an hour of input and 91.2% clean water.
91.2% clean water. So that's clean enough to put back on the ground.
Yes, we're better than EPA standard drinking water.
Yeah.
And the best bottled water you can buy from Portland, Oregon is TDS, going to be 500, 400. I think today when we looked at the machine, we were doing 67 at one point, and at the worst we've been today, chlorides were 200, and a lot of times in your drinking water or city water they're 900. So most of the time we're 4 or 5 times better than any drinking water that you're going to get in town.
And you're doing, essentially 20,000 barrels a day capabilities.
We done 20,000 barrels yesterday in 24 hours.
And that is just off of one of your setups, and you could daisy chain these together and do as many as you need to.
Yeah, and to put it in the perspective of, because we always talk in barrels in the oil and gas industry.
So how many gallons?
That's 1 million gallons of fresh water returned to the freshwater cycle.
1 million gallons of fresh water daily from oil and gas that's just as clean or cleaner than drinking water.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's a game-changing technology for our industry, and I just can't. It's something else. So, well, how do you go further with this? What can we do as an industry to help you guys get to where you need to be?
Well, we need more units out.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, you need. Obviously, partners like Canyon Creek have them out. I've seen them at Trailhead before.
Yeah.
I just don't see an operator or a service company that can't utilize this equipment.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Even bigger, this is something that can go on into fresh water around the world for people that don't have access to fresh water.
Mining.
We've had golf courses contact us. We've had mines. We've had shipping companies where they cleaning the water that's in these ships. Where there's been companies overseas approach us. Really, in my opinion, a real small step was like your video, get it out. That's what we need, because the old oil field, the old timers just say no, it can't be done. So we need people seeing it.
It wasn't considered cost effective, and that's what I was going to ask you guys about. So right now, this is about the same price, roughly, to injecting salt water.
We're on this job right here. We're 70% cheaper than that truck that just backed up there. Yeah.
Oh, man. So you can clean water you can clean it more effectively than injecting it into a saltwater disposal facility, and also cheaper.
Yeah.
So you're saving people money and giving them something in return. Like everybody's talking about ESG.
Oh yeah.
So we can now go to our investors and go, hey, do you really want to talk about clean energy? Oil and gas has the best, possible way for not only producing our energy, but also cleaning up after ourselves.
Absolutely.
Man, that's fantastic.
Well, just think about it, Matt. So we've got one truck in the background right now.
Yeah.
If we weren't out here, there would be 10 trucks there.
Yeah, and they're just pulling off just because
The trash.
The trash, our trash, because if we're doing 90% clean, there's 10% trash, and that goes right onto the same disposal it did before, but
Sure.
but instead of 100%, it's 10%.
Yeah, that's something. Man, I love this. So where are we going to go with this next? Is it going to be just saltwater disposal? Are you going to take it to rigs? I mean, where can't you fit this at? What's ideally for you guys? What do you want to see this go next?
Well, I think that, of course, just expanding throughout the oil and gas industry, but also there's such a big need in the mining industry also. The mining industry uses a lot of water,
Yeah.
so we see a lot of opportunities.
Every industry out there uses water.
And relief, Matt, just kind of like Katrina, we could have pulled up down there in a 12-hour period from right here and been putting fresh water for drinking right out of the street.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I can't even. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around all the ways this is going to help everyone in the world. So, can you give any kind of maybe not proprietary information, but can you kind of explain how the system works to people?
The best way, there's been a lot, and this has come of the struggle. There's been a lot of really smart people try to figure this out. So there's no smoke and gun. We've just took some technologies that was already out there, made them better, put them together, and got a process. We don't have no miracle. We just done some things that's better. And as far as there's not a lot of really secret. I think the ability to be able to multitask might be the secret.
There we go. And how many people do you need to operate the system while it's running?
When we first started, we thought we needed 2.
Yeah.
Then now, since the unit 2 that you're seeing here, we thought we needed 1. On this job right here, we just started a few days ago, but I was at our yard up the road, and the operator was up there eating lunch. So, I mean, he was watching it off his phone. So, but it needs 1, but it does not have to have a man physically turning wrenches.
Nowadays, everything's about automation as well, so you can run this remotely.
Yeah,
that's impressive. And the footprint on this, guys, it's about half what you see behind me. It's basically about the size of 4 tractor trailers, right?
Yeah. Where we're at now, you squeeze it together. You probably a 50 by 50 by 50. If you just that right there is a 75 by 80. But it's 4 or 5 tractor trailers.
Well, I love this is why I do this is exactly why I do this, just so I can introduce my friends, the future of our industry, and man, I really hope this helps.
We appreciate it, Matt.
Thank you guys for what you do. That's what we do, everybody. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Yeah, the way that this system works is everything's kind of has its own built-in clean in place. Just like where we separate the salt from the water, we can be doing 400 gallons a minute while the other stage of it's cleaning, and then just a matter of automated valves switching it over to go back to work. So it is a fully clean in place system, and we have the ability on this job here. We are running on wellhead gas. It'll run on natural gas. It'll run on diesel generator. We can run on the grid. So there's a lot of options that we have that we can operate the machine for power.
Yes.